the this is the class of entrepreneurship. In the last lesson we have studied about the sensing environmental opportunities. An entrepreneur who is going to establish an enterprise has to see for so many opportunities about the success of his enterprise, which is known as sensing entrepreneurial opportunities. But our today's topic is environment scanning. It is crystal clear that a business or an enterprise is established in an environment. It needs a place to establish. And again, it needs the people who are concerned with the enterprise, who make this enterprise a success. Again, it needs the resources from the environment. So, before going to set up an enterprise, an entrepreneur has to see his surroundings. Because it is a large decision, it is a large investment, and there is a large scale of risk to an entrepreneur. He has to invest the huge amounts of money. He has to take the large amounts of risks to make his enterprise a success. So before taking such risks, he has to study the environment in detail, whether the environment allows him to set up a particular enterprise at a particular place, or there is no scope for setting up of such an enterprise. So this study of the environment is known as environment scanning. He has to scan every element of the environment which is useful or which is harmful for his enterprise or for his business. So, first of all, we can see the meaning of environment scanning. Now, this meaning of environment scanning as given into the books is that it is careful study of various factors influencing business. So, it is careful study. Environment scanning means a careful study, a thorough study, a minute study of the environment where an entrepreneur is going to set up his enterprise, to give the services and goods to the inhabitants of that area. So there are so many factors which influence the enterprise. For example, we may say that enterprise needs raw materials, it needs human resources, it needs financial resources, it needs auxiliaries like transport, banking, warehousing, road facility, water facility, electricity facility. So the entrepreneur, before setting up an enterprise, has to thoroughly see whether these facilities are available in a particular area where he is going to establish or set up his business or not. If the environment is conducive, then he may think of setting up the enterprise in that particular environment. If these facilities are not available, so these opportunities are not available there, so there is no business opportunity or there is no opportunity of setting up of an enterprise. It is the process of monitoring the environment's threats and opportunities to the business. So what he has to see while scanning the environment, he has to see that how much conducive environment is there, how much feasible environment is there for setting such and such enterprise. And again, how much difficulties are there, what minus points are there against this setting up of an enterprise. So this thorough study of enterprise, thorough study of this environment, while this entrepreneur is going to set up an enterprise, is known as environment scanning. Before taking the risk of setting up of an enterprise at a particular place, the entrepreneur has to study the environment thoroughly. If the environment is conducive, he should take the risk. If it is unconducive, if this is not conducive environment, then he should not take the risk of investing his amount in that particular area. Now, next point is need and importance of environment scanning. So need and environment of this need and importance of environment scanning can be understood by explaining these points. Number one is effective use of resources. Why do we scan the environment? Because we scan it only that our resources should be effectively utilized. If environment is conducive, if it is helpful, if it is favorable, then we are effectively using our resources. On the contrary, if the environment does not allow us, if the facilities are not there available, if the opportunities are not there available, so then our resources can be wasted. So that is why environment scanning is done only for the purpose that we can use our resources in a best possible way, and we can get an expected return on our investments, and our business may grow, flourish, and develop day by day. For that purpose, we have to study the environment before going to set up an environment in it. Number two is environmental analysis. We have to analyze everything of the environment. We have to scan it. We have to make a thorough study of our environment, that how conducive it is, that how much opportunities are there, what would be the level of our target, what kind of target we may fix in this particular target of return we may fix for our enterprise in this particular environment. How much it may grow, how much it may develop, what opportunities are there for the diversification, for growth, for innovation, for development. So these things are to be analyzed thoroughly before setting a particular environment in a particular area or at a particular place. Then next is that is formulation of policy formulation. When an entrepreneur has to set up an enterprise in a particular place, he has so many parties related to his enterprise. There are customers, there are lenders, there is government, there is suppliers. Particularly, the main chunk is that of this, what we can say, the customers. Customers have different backgrounds. Their income levels are to be seen, their tastes, likes, dislikes, religious beliefs are to be studied by this entrepreneur in order to formulate the policies for dealing with these people. What is the credit policy? What is the sales policy? What is the purchasing policy of the business? So, in that case, the environment scanning is too important. After scanning the environment, after studying the environment, an entrepreneur can formulate the policies for running up of his enterprise and dealing with the various factions which are related to his enterprise. Then there is next, that is identification of threats and opportunities. By a clear study of the environment, a business entrepreneur can see the threats. Threats here means the challenges. What challenges he has to face while running his enterprise. And again, the opportunities means what are the plus points? What are the opportunities? What are the bases for him to run this business in that particular area? These opportunities are plus points and threats are these are minus points for which an entrepreneur has to struggle in a particular area or in a particular environment. So he has to see. Environment scanning gives a detailed information to a particular entrepreneur about the possibilities and about the difficulties of setting up his entrepreneur in a particular environment. Then last one is that is prediction of the future. Dear students, it may be noted that this enterprise has a long future. For that particular future, the entrepreneur has to assess his position from time to time, and he has to predict that today his business is in such and such position, and what would be on the basis of this present estimation, what would be the future possibility, what would be the future of his business. He has to predict. He can predict only when he scans the environment, when he studies the environment, when he takes the pains to study whole of the environment process, then he can predict about the future of his business. He can know about the future of his business. My dear students, I think it is enough in today's lesson. Inshallah, see you in the next session. For that time, say you goodbye.